So as we all know, litigation is a pretty tough business and emotions can run pretty high and hard sometimes. There is a lawyer that I knew, a colleague of mine, his name was Frederick Gans. He was practicing matrimonial law and he was chasing a deadbeat husband for some arrears and child support. And when the case came into court, this was probably 25, 30 years ago, the guy showed up. He was a shoemaker with a gun and he killed poor Frederick Gans dead. It was a terrible, terrible story. I acted for a group of people that were engaged in litigation in a religious organization in Toronto called the Sharmani Sikh Society. And they're always fighting about governance of their religion and the building they owned. And it was hard to tell who was who because most of the surnames are S-I-K-H. It really isn't a surname, it's an honorific title, but we think in the Western world it's a surname. In any event, I brought a lawsuit against, in favor of my side, against the governing party to kick them out of office because they violated their constitution in their election. And the case was successful. The judge granted the order. And we then continued with litigation. And that case settled. I can't remember exactly what happened, but 5 years later, the same parties were fighting again. I was not involved in that lawsuit, the second one, and I couldn't tell which side was which, depending on, because the surnames were so confusing. In any event, when the case showed up in Osgoode Hall, the lawyer who was acting, I believe, for my group, his name was Oscar Fonseca. He was shot and killed in Osgoode Hall. Courtroom 4, the same courtroom in which I appeared for these people. Very, very tragic. It's a dangerous business, litigation, and anybody tells you otherwise is sadly mistaken. In any event, the ultimate killers were caught some years later and imprisoned, but doesn't bring back Oscar or Fred Gans. It's a tough business, Les.